Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Thanks for joining in. I've got a different video for you. I got a couple acquisitions, I'll call it, um, that are not in my wheelhouse and that are not my area of interest per se, but I got them. I thought I'd start doing a little research to see what we have here. So the first coin that I received is this 1870 oldie. This is a Spain 5 pesetas. Pesetas, I guess is how you'd say it. I've done a little bit of research on this one. It is minted in Madrid by the Spanish provisional government. There were only 5,923,455 coins minted. This was depends on how you look at it. You could say it's the second year that they started their mint in 1868. The Spanish government started to conform with other countries, France, Swedish, um, in their area here, and trying to conform to the Latin Monetary Union to standardize currency and to make their currency um, recognized amongst the other countries. And this coin, second year minted by some in 1870, uh, is, for me, it's interesting the way they were trying to do this. So what we have here on the obverse is you see a character there, and the character is a crowned Hispania is what they are calling it. It's a figure to represent Spain. But what's interesting here is if we look at this corner, ooh, glare, that the character Hispania is resting on the Pyrenees Mountains, and over here you might recognize that mountain peak as the Gibraltar. So they do have the nice geographical representation on that coin. We also see here the initials LM, which is the initials for the engraver, Louis Marchioni, I think is how you pronounce his name. So please forgive me on that. And of course, we do see España across the top of this coin. So it's really interesting on how they are marking and designing this coin. On the reverse side of the coin, what we see there is the coat of arms for Spain. So a crown, because it's got the crown on top, coat of arms representing again Spain. It does see a little Latin plus and ultra. Try and get rid of that glare. So if I remember right, that's further and beyond represented on that back side. You have, of course, the 5 pesetas, denoting the denomination. And across the top here, you have ley 900. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Malasimus, which basically roughly translates to the law 900 thousandths. So that's just, again, to state the purity of this and the weight of the coin. This is a 90% 0.900 or 9 thousandths out, so it's 90% silver. We also see here 40 pieces in kilog, meaning that 40 pieces in a kilogram. So the backside, again, they're putting all denomination, all measurements, all values are written right on the coin, so there is no debate of what it is. But what I found interesting with this coin is that unlike the standard reading or edge of it, and because of the case that it is in, we're probably not going to be able to see or focus. But there you can see a little bit, a little dark on that one, but there is some writing along the edges there. If you get that light just right, let's try doing it this side. You will see some writing along the edge, so rather than the standard reading on the edge, there is, there we go, NACIO, and I think that's it on there. But what it does say on there is Soberania Nacional, meaning national sovereignty. So again, right on the edge of the coin, stating that this is a sovereign coin of Spain, of the national, and is actual currency. So interesting, as again, I'm just trying to do some Google searches to see what this coin is all about. I'd like to do more or hear more. If somebody has any information, please, please, please put that down in the comments below. Because like I said, I don't deal with foreign coins. This was a gift to me. And who knows what I'll do with it. The other one that it came with, and I had to write some notes on here, is an Iranian coin. So this coin here is 1911, and the 1329 is just another number that's often tagged to it. I think one research, it said 2,000 dinars, or a quarter kran on there. But this was interesting. Again, very, very little that I was able to find on the internet about this. But it has a wreath around the edges here of oak leaves and olive leaves. The writing in here, and I got a translation here, the writing translates to Sultan Ahmed Shah Kahar Turan. So that was the Sultan of the time, had his name on the front of the coin, and on the reverse of the coin, what we see here is we see a lion, the sunburst, and the crown, and that was the Kahar coat of arms. And you see the same wreath of olive leaves and oak leaves. This coin also 90% silver at the time. One or a quarter kran. I have no idea what that translates to in form of denomination or value or the monetary system of Iran. So if you could please shed some light on either of these coins. I mean, they're nicely. It's just a nice coin overall. I mean, despite being worn and maybe only XF details here, but you know, look at the detail in the oak leaves. For those who know their leaves, can definitely recognize that as a white oak. You see the nice lion and sunburst and the crown. And on the other side, the same thing. There's his crown, olive leaves and oak leaves, the name. But there's no, at least I can't recognize the date. I got to trust just by Google Images that this is 1911, unless that's in the writing and somebody can point that out to me, where or how to determine any of the writing on this coin. Please, please make those comments below. Add any history you may have on it. in that 1870 Pesetas or that Iranian quarter crown. I'd love to get more history on them. So please comment below. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and happy hunting.